Brother and sister in Christ, as I promised, I would like to make video to tell you more information and more confirmation regarding highest possibility the rapture will take place during Christmas and Hanukkah holiday this year in the year 2022. Why the reason? You know, last time I make this video, okay, and God put me in my heart to post this picture according with the Happy New Year, the year 2022, and then I kind of cut my eyes too. Could be the year, is this the year, this year, the rapture event? Besides, yeah, I explained you already in this video. There are dreams and vision. I think a few people, claim they hear from God that after Betty White, you know Betty White, she celebrities one of the character who played the Golden Girls, all right? Excuse me, sorry, Golden Girls, and she passed away almost the age of 100 years. She was only 99 years. That prophecy mentioned right after she passed away, and then the rapture of the church. And another confirmation, I think, from the pastor, his name Patrick, something I don't remember, forget his last name. That give more confirmation, okay? You can watch this video, the last video before I posted this video. Alright? So I would like to tell you, Hanukkah Feast in the year 2022 is December 18 to December 26. Okay? The same time frame with the Christmas holiday. Okay? And the last until December 26. The other one, the year 2024, right the first day of Christmas, December 25th, until January 2nd, the next year, 2025. I know some people making video there, another Hanukkah this year, I think started December 29 until January 2nd. They counting according to they believe Torah calendar, I'm not sure. But what I see, I just follow the calendar of what Jewish majority, Jewish Israel use as their calendar or in Jerusalem, and following what that Christmas season. All right, that December 18 to 26, what caught out my eyes, very significant than the year 2024. First of all, the year 2024 seemed already kind of late, if the rapture happened then. First of all, what happening all over the world with this pokidoki, I'm talking about the prune juice and man-made plagues, from that man-made plague, or because a lot of people become sick and the other birds dying, and also with that digital, I'm talking about thing to control people. If not happen by then, more people who die, more people. I think it's kind of late for a rapture event in the year 2024. Because the rapture must take place like the days of Noah, according to Matthew 24, when the food, drink still plenty, people still drinking, eating, being merry and married. During at that time, the year 2024 already disaster. Because according to that Deagle.com, the source that website, by then a lot of population in the world much less. God want to deal with the people, before the time getting worse, because in the Bible, written, even in the first seal, after first seal open in Revelation 6, after also the Antichrist on the scene, that it's mentioned the world population, not just human being, I think including the plants, animal. It mentioned 1/4 will die And then in Revelation 9 mentioned again, after that the rest of still alive, after that 1/4 first, I think, and then the 3/4. I have to see again, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I should check again, just to be sure I do not say wrong. All right, to you. Revelation 9 verse there. Oops. Yeah, here. Hold on. This Revelation 10 still. Revelation 9, it says here, but during that is the the troops of demon himself, their troops, from fallen angels. I'm sure it mentioned Daniel 9, Daniel 9, sorry. Revelation 9. How many people who died after that? The third of part, 1/3. So the one in Revelation 6, 1/4. Okay, 1/4 the world population will get destroyed. Not just people, the plant, the animal, that 1/4. Okay, the one in the Revelation 9, 1/3. After the rest was still alive from that 1/4, because the population now in the world around 8 billions something. So 1/4 by then. In Revelation 6, the rest one is still alive. If 8 divided 4, 6 billion. So who died? 6 billion. So the rest only 6 billion. And then Revelation 9, this is talking about the man only. The other one, Revelation 6, whole world. So not just human being, animal, plants. But this is talking about only man. Another 1/3 from there, 6 billion. Something like that. All right. So back to here. Okay. Talking about this, the Hanukkah Feast. Okay. Their dreams and vision mention a week before that rapture event, there are events like God's warning to the world. Kind of like a bomb explosion or war, something like that. I think angel will come to deliver God's judgment, something like that in their dreams. 7 days before the rapture. This happened like God's warning to Noah. 7 days before the flood, God himself will shut up, to shut off the the earth. Okay, 7 days before the flood. The same thing with this rapture, the warning, 7 days before the rapture event. So if the rapture happened on Christmas holiday, just right 7 days before the Christmas holiday is December 18. The same time with the first day of Hanukkah, December 18. How about until December 26? Okay, keep in mind, all over the world have 40 different time zones according to hourly, 40 different time zones. So when the time this just saying America, I do not consider the state there. Just saying with the other country, like in Asia country, 12 hours different. All right. So in America, in certainly state, because some state they have different time zone too. I know in America they have four different time zones. I think 3 or 4. Just saying America, 9 o'clock in the morning. The other country already 9 o'clock at night. If the rapture event happen later in the evening, but the other in America evening, the other country already the next day, or just saying evening December 25th. The other country already December 26th. But unlikely, I think more likely in the morning hours. From I saw many dreams and visions. Bisa that happen on Sunday during the church service. Usually I'm talking about the church close during Christmas holiday. Maybe because this Christmas happen on Sunday, maybe exception. Beside what happened with that lockdown all around the world, this man-made plug stuff could be something different, and then they decided to have Christmas service just right on December 25th. The church remain open, who knows? Because according to some, the dreams and vision, the rapture happened during that church service. Alright? And that December 25th on Sunday, if happen in the morning, could happen evening in the other side of the world, even though they have 12-13 hours different with America. But then still, December 25th, if late evening, and some church they have a evening service too, and 7 o'clock evening, 6 o'clock. Actually, what this Christmas service, yeah. That evening in America, it depends on the state, yeah. Just saying the other place, 12 hours different. It depends on the place, that city and that province too. Just saying the other country, yeah. So they're already evening in America. They're already just saying 6 o'clock evening. They're already 6 in the morning. The next day, the other country. So bring up to December 26th. So what I see that Hanukkah, the year 2022, more significant than the year 2024. Because 2024, Hanukkah Feast only on the first day of Hanukkah, that right on December 25th. The rest, not significant, what I see. Alright? That December 18th, that's 7 days before December 25th. December 18th, when the first day of Hanukkah. And the 26th, the time frame between the 2 days, yeah, all over the world. Because there are 40 different time zones for hourly, yeah, all over the world. Could be from that case. But what I saw, the rapture event happened or look like on Sunday. Bisa I'm talking about the year 2024, yeah. This already kind of late because I explained you already. There are the vision. America already in the 7 years tribulation during the total solar eclipse. Because that the sign and time sign, the Bible said also, according to John 2, Acts 2, I think Luke 21, verse 28, with the sign in the moon, in the star, and the suns. The star itself, the planet. So the total solar eclipse in America, all across America, is the end time signs in the sky too. Like Acts 2 and Joel 2 and Luke 21, verse 28 mentioned. The first total solar eclipse, August 21st, 2017, and all across America again, another direction will mark like letter X, April 8, 2024. That the sign, I think America already under judgment, already in 7 years tribulation. Not necessarily America get destroyed all. Partly, maybe, could be other country invaded America. Not clear about it. Because one vision mentioned America already in the 7 years tribulation in the year 2024. So bring up again the first day of Hanukkah on December 25th, kind of less likely. More likely the year 2022, like I explained you earlier, the 7 days warning before the rapture, December 18, and the time frame 25 and 26 of December. But I see, more likely, the rapture event happened on Sunday or the first day of the week. First day of the week, according to Jewish calendar, on Sunday, not on Monday, okay? Jesus was resurrected on Sunday, first day of the week, on the first fruit. First fruit still during Passover week. Passover week lasts 8 days. The same thing like Hanukkah Feast lasts for 8 days too. That Sunday, Jesus was resurrected on the first fruit feast, during the Passover feast, on the first day of Sunday. Whereas it seemed like the same pattern. The rapture event more likely on the first day of the week or on Sunday. The reason, Jesus was the first one, okay, happened on Sunday, first day of the week. So on the rapture event, like it says in First Thessalonians 4, verse 16 to 17, those who died in Christ first will be resurrected in their glorified body or resurrected body. Because right now, the saved one, not in their glorified body like Jesus Christ. They're only still in their soul and spirit. But during that rapture event, those who died in Christ will be in the resurrected and glorified body, will be changed. And then those who still alive, okay, the one who make it for the rapture, will change also in their resurrected and glorified body. So it will be like the same time, first day of the week, like happened with Jesus Christ on Sunday. More likely on Sunday. So that's very significant. That's why I explained you that Hanukkah feast with that Christmas season between December 18 to 26. That Sunday, okay, that Christmas holiday on the 25th, right on Sunday in the year 2022. Okay, so you know what I mean. So again, more significant, I would like to show you, yeah, about Hanukkah holiday. All right, let me see. So you understand, but to those who are not familiar with Hanukkah feast, all right, Hanukkah feast is about the time when that second temple, yeah, I think before get destroyed in 70 AD, because I remember in the Bible, Jesus celebrated dedication day or Hanukkah feast too, and went to that temple. I explained already, Jesus was conceived inside his mother's womb, his conception during that Christmas season and Hanukkah feast, his first coming, or during Festival of the Light, right? So the temple still there. Judah, hold on. Hanukkah, okay, there to celebrate, to honor rededication of the second temple of Jerusalem to God. During Maccabean revolt led by Judah Maccabee, the Jews rose up to defeat the much larger Greek Syrian army, okay, that oppressed them. Jews already defeated them at first, led by King Antiochus. Antiochus' army ransacked the river temple and its artifacts, including the menorah that was lit nightly to honor God. Once Antiochus and his soldiers were expelled from Jerusalem, the Maccabees returned to the temple and built a new menorah, despite finding only a small bottle of oil that would last a single night at best. But the oil lasted for 8 nights, giving them time to find more oil and keep the flame of their dedication alit. Okay, so last 8 days. So or 8 nights. At that time, the temple, the second temple, was ransacked by this army, Maccabean revolt, during Maccabean revolt. So the ransack, this Greek and Syrian. What Asia, according to the history, what I found out, that second temple in 70 AD was destroyed, the same from the Syrian army, even though the order from General Titus, from a Roman general from Rome, but it's not from Roman troops. majority from Syrian also, Syria. That's why in Daniel 9 mentioned about the Antichrist, his people. Okay, the Antichrist himself, including the same. He's from Syria, Syrian. Even though he's a Jew, it's mentioned in Daniel 11. His fathers, even though not say his fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, it says he do not recognize the God of his fathers. He knows the gods of forces or stranger God. I bet the God of forces are that Muslim God, or Satan himself. Okay, so excuse me about my kitty cat. He want to attention. So the God of forces could be Allah too. He know about Allah, but he do not know about the God of the Bible. All right, he do not know about the God of Bible. This Antichrist. He do not know about the God of his father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So it's clear he's a Jew. There are many Syrian also descendant of a Jew. All right. So I mentioned about that Hanukkah, and then I would like to tell you another passages talking about the time frame. Okay. At first, I would like to show you this one first. Jesus Christ first ministry started in the year 26 AD. 26 AD, why? If you find information, it's not in 30 AD. So he was crucified 3.5 years later because his ministry lasts for 3.5 years. If you pay attention from this information. Alright? In Luke 3, verse 1, mention when Jesus began his ministry, that John the Baptist, began his ministry, John the Baptist, in the 15th year of Tiberius Caesar's reign. Okay? But Jesus began his ministry shortly after John the Baptist. John the Baptist, his cousin, who baptized him too. Alright? So around 26 AD, you can read yourself. Jesus first time his ministry. And he also mentioned when first time his ministry is happened during the day of his appointed day. Okay, or something like sabbatical year, what you call it, the day, the year, not the day, the acceptable year of the Lord, the acceptable year of the Lord. If you find in the Bible, okay, acceptable year of the Lord, when the first time also Jesus started his ministry. So during that sabbatical year, I find out it's true. But I mentioned also the other video that Jubilee year. I don't think that Jubilee year. That just only. Sorry, hold on. What I count again, counting from Jesus' ministry started in 26 AD. That during sabbatical or Shemitah year. Yeah, sabbatical or Shemitah year. Not quite Jubilee year yet, because Jubilee year, the 49th year of sabbatical year, and then started Jubilee year, according to Leviticus 25. Alright, so this is during his the sabbatical year, and it's mentioned in the Bible only is acceptable year of the Lord when he started his ministry. When I count it again, then from 26 AD, adding 7 years. Okay, the year 2021 or last year, that including a sabbatical year, but not Jubilee year. I know I explained you before, I thought looked like Jubilee year last time in my video. But the year 2021 only sabbatical year, I think. Because the year 2035, then another Jubilee year. That 2035 minus 49 years, because the Jubilee year start on the 49 years until the next year, but sabbatical year starting again while Jubilee year still roll out for until the next year. That's what I understand in the Bible. So the year 2035, another Jubilee year. If the year 2035 minus 49 year, the last time 1986, then Jubilee year. I mean, we said last time, after the year 2021, then Jubilee year. So I thought make me think that the time for the rapture event. So I made mistake about that, because counting from that 26 AD, when Jesus started his ministry, same look like that during the sabbatical year. I mean Jubilee year, because he mentioned about acceptable year of the Lord, acceptable year of the Lord. I think it's about the Jubilee year. From I see it in Leviticus 25 and 23. I will check again just to be sure what I told you, right? So anyway, about this information from 26 AD, when he began his ministry and last for 3.5 years or almost 4 years, so bring up 30 AD, when he died, Jesus Christ died on the cross. So the time frame bring up the 2,000 years, like I explained you already, for this dispensation, from Adam to Abraham, 2,000 years. From Abraham to Jesus Christ, another 2,000 years. The church age lasts for 2,000 years. And then, because God's day, according to, I think second Peter or 1 Peter, I have to check again. God's day equally 1,000 years. So he counting altogether 7,000 years. This church, this world age, before or until after millennial kingdom is over with Jesus Christ. Jesus reigned for 1,000 years. That his Sabbath year. 1,000 year for Sabbath, for God's day equally 1 day. All right. So that 1,000 years. Church age lasts 2,000. So it's counting like that for 2,000 years. Church age lasts 2,000 plus when Jesus died on the cross. Okay. At the 30 AD is the year 2030. The year 2030 minus 7 years equally 2023. Alright? I'm not talking about 2023 is the year of the rapture. Let me explain you later. The year for when the third temple starts to be built, and the covenant with the Antichrist, he confirmed the peace deal between Israel and many nations, as it tells in Daniel 9, verse 24 to 27. He will confirm it with the Antichrist. The Antichrist will confirm it with many nations. That the year 2023, because in Daniel 9, I show you to prove it, Daniel 9, let's see. I have to bring it here again. Okay. So now the year of the rapture I explained you earlier, very significant during, based on the many rapture, Christmas and Hanukkah dreams and vision time frame. The Hanukkah festival with Christmas season kind of click. The one this year from December 18 to 26. December 18, the first day of Hanukkah, the 7 days before December 25th, God's warning before the rapture, just like the days of Noah. God's warned Noah, shut off that ark door before the flood, 7 days before the flood. Okay? This one, 7 days before the rapture event. That December 18, just right on the first day of Hanukkah. So talking about the year 2023, okay? Now 2023, what's all about? It's not the year of the rapture. The 2022, the year of the rapture. During that Christmas and Hanukkah festival. The 2023, I explained you earlier, started when Jesus died on the cross. Why counting Jesus died on the cross? The year 30 AD, not when the time he started his ministry on the 26 AD. Because on the Daniel 9 mentioned like this, okay, if you understand what I mean. Verse 24, 70 weeks of Daniel prophecy, okay, talking about Thai people, Israel, and Jerusalem, the holy city, to finish transgression, okay, because the iniquity what Israel did to God, they're rebellious, they against God's commandment, that's why they get punishment, including that 7 years tribulation. That's why it's called Jacob trouble. Maybe next time I will mention more detail about that. What's all about why called Jacob trouble, the day of the Lord, or 7 years tribulation. All right. So it says here, now therefore I understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, the prince shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks and 2 weeks. It's about 7 weeks and 62 weeks. 7 weeks, yes, 7 times 7 days, 49 years. They're counting for the year, for God's judgment for this. Because it says in here, already I prepared. See, according to Ezekiel 4 verse 6, talking about for this punishment, because Israel iniquity, God's judgment, it's there equally for 1 year. If you read Ezekiel 4 verse 6, and also Numbers 14 verse 34. Okay, because in Israel's iniquities, that's also including that during 7 years tribulation or Jacob trouble, it's there for a year. Okay, so 40 years. You should not know by Prince of Promise. Israel during they were in the wilderness all the time, coming around the same place, cannot find the land of promised land. After they out of Egypt with Moses and also with the other leader, something like that, that takes 40 years for them to find their promised land in Canaan. So it's there for a year, all right? You understand what I mean? One day, that prophecy is about 1 year to punish people's iniquity. Remember, God ever asked God, is that a rapture before 7 years tribulation? God told me, and he spoke to me. I heard he said that in telepathy, in my spirit. It's not in his audible voice. At the time he said, tribulation for iniquity, talking about 7 years tribulation for iniquity, for people who sin against God. All right, that 1 year for that punishment, and 1 day equally 1 year. All right, so the prince shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. 7 weeks, 49 days plus 60 days and 14. All right, the street shall be built again. I will explain more detail about this, okay, next time. So 49 plus 60, 62 weeks. Okay, I think 49 plus 62 is around around 483 years. 400. Hold on, 62. The 62 weeks. So 62 weeks shall be Messiah cut off. Okay, 62 times 7 is about, if we count, 62, 70, 490 years, all right? Daniel 70 weeks. If 490 years, the 7 years tribulation, 490 years minus 7. Alright? 90. 483 years. The one on the top, verse 25, is about 483 years. Okay, it is 62 weeks. 62 weeks, yeah? 62 weeks. 62 times 7 is about, let me see, for 434 days. Okay, it's about 434 years. Anyway, this figure I will explain more detail next time, eh? After I'm more prepared. I'm talking about this Messiah get cut off. I'm talking about Jesus Christ was crucified and died on the cross, and then continue on. The people of the prince is the Antichrist himself. The people is from Syria, because according to the history, the people who is destroyed majority, their troops, their army come from Syria. It's not the Roman troop. Even though under the general from Rome who destroyed that second temple in 70 AD. Even like I told you earlier about Hanukkah, before Jesus, that happened, that temple get ransacked, okay, before Jesus' time. But Israel, the Jews won it, okay, defeated that their enemy who ransacked that temple. Most their army come from Syria too, other than from Greek. Next time, 170 AD, there are a lot of them from Syria again. So what I see, the Antichrist, that's why, come from Syria. A lot of Syrian people, also the Jews, they have almost similar language, like Hebrew also. I think they all time, Syria, they have, what language they have, From, I remember, I forgot what the language, specific language. I heard, but similar like a Hebrew language. I have to do the research again. I forget what the name that language. So anyway, in Syria, even though, but the Antichrist is a Jew himself, because mentioned in Daniel 11, he forgot the God of his fathers. The fathers is other than the fathers of Jews themselves. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So he is the Jew, but he's from Syria. So the Messiah got cut off. That's why I mentioned like this. The prince shall destroy the city and sanctuary. The city is Jerusalem, and sanctuary is the temple. Okay? That's why I continue this prophecy related with the first temple and second temple location in Jerusalem. And now, the dome on the rock, the abomination itself, according to God. It says in Daniel 11. Alright? Let's see again. Daniel 11. No, not Daniel 11, talking about Antichrist. Daniel 12. Alright? So, talking about Messiah, Jesus, like I showed you Daniel 9, was cut off. He died on the cross, and then the Antichrist showed up. Talking about correlated with the sanctuary, the temple. The first temple, second temple already destroyed, and then now the Dome of the Rock there at the same location. The Dome of the Rock is abomination to God, because that to worship false God, Allah himself. That Muslim, okay, is from Islam religion. That the Dome of the Rock. The Dome of the Rock started built in the year 688 AD. We do not count when the time the Dome of the Rock finished to build in the year 632 AD. No. When the time the Dome of the Rock began to build in 688 AD, to count this end time prophecy. Alright? From the time that Jesus Christ was cut off, the Messiah died on the cross, and then talking about that temple I showed you earlier in Daniel 9, the sanctuary and the Antichrist. Alright, this is talking about the prophecy could be the third temple or tribulation temple, and the Antichrist will make peace deal to confirm it, like it says in Daniel 9, he will confirm it for 1 week, equal with 7 days. That I show you earlier, that judgment to punish those who did that iniquity. It doesn't matter Israel and Gentiles too. To count 1 day, the prophecy equally 1 year. So the 7 days is 7 years. When I show you that, when the time the Antichrist make the peace deal or to confirm it with many nations, then when the time 7 years tribulation will begin, the time when he confirm it, that peace deal. It's not the time when after the rapture or the same day, that 7 years tribulation. It's not that. The rapture could happen this year, like I explained you earlier, during that Christmas and Hanukkah Feast, December 2022, and then during maybe around spring, that sometime from March to May, I think more right around Passover. In the year 2023, the third temple will be built, start to build, and then the Antichrist to confirm it, that peace deal that I show you earlier according to Daniel chapter 9, verse 24 to 27. Alright? So the Daniel 12 is mentioned here, according to the days. Okay? This abomination, that the Dome of the Rock, I told you earlier, okay? Because that, to worship false god Allah or Satan himself, that place. The one in around the Jerusalem, or the location where the first temple and second temple there before. So the third temple will be built at the same location. The third temple will not be built, until that place get destroyed. What else another dreams and vision mention, God will destroy the Dome of the Rock. I think could be from the earthquake rather than the war. What else? It could be also from the war, the explosion there, or from the earthquake. And then, when that get destroyed at the Dome of the Rock, or the Muslim religion temple location there, or the mosque, and then the third temple will be built with the Antichrist. So it says here, the time the daily sacrifice, according to Daniel 12, shall be taken away, and the abomination that make desolate set up. Could be talking about this Muslim religion, daily sacrifice. I mean, after the third temple be built, if the Antichrist, there another daily sacrifice. Could be also just like all time. And then, finally, in the middle, Great Tribulation, the Antichrist will show his color, his true color. He will claim himself God. It says in 2 Thessalonians 2. Alright? He want people worship him. It says then, make desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. If you count, around the Jerusalem, from that the Dome of the Rock was built in 688 AD, plus 1,290 days is about the year, this days, okay? But talking about this to punish the iniquity, I'll show you according to Numbers 14 and Isaiah, what? Let me see. Alright. Okay. According to Ezekiel 4, verse 6, and Numbers 14, verse 34. Alright. That to punish iniquity, the prophecy, from the days equally 1 year. Alright. Same thing here. So this 1,290 years plus 688 AD that the Dome of the Rock start to build. It'll bring up 1948. 1948, when the time Israel become a nation again, May 14, 1948. Okay? So blessed is he the wait and come to 353 days. Equally a year, So that 688 AD, that the Dome of the Rock began to build, plus 1,000 353 years equally 2023. Alright? The 2023, I explained you earlier, is the time when the third temple began to build. When were Asi? And also could be the same year. Definitely. I think could be the same time too. Or the same months. When that Antichrist will confirm peace deal with many nations for a week, 7 days, or 7 years. For 7 years tribulation will bring up 2023 from 688 AD plus 1,353 years equally 2023. Alright, if you understand what I mean. So that Daniel 9, already I told you, connection with the Antichrist. The Messiah was cut off, Jesus Christ himself. He died on the cross, and then continued the Antichrist during 7 years tribulation, talking about the sanctuary or the temple and holy city Jerusalem. Alright, that year, if you understand what I mean. Talking about 1,260 days also, and bring up the other, hold on. Sorry. I mentioned wrong earlier than the first one, yeah. Not Israel, this one. Okay? Okay, by the time 688 AD, okay, the one Daniel 12, chapter 11, plus 1,290 days, okay, equally the peace deal, Israel with Arab, many nation, with the help America. This Camp David peace deal in 1978, not 1948, sorry, 1978, the time the Camp David peace deal, Israel and many nation with Arab, 1978, the chapter 11, not Israel become a nation again, okay, I made mistake the first one, and the other one 2023, the chapter 12, but I told you, the 1,290 days, or 1,290 years. Talking about the other, according to Revelation 11, I think, and 12 too, alright? 11. It mentioned 1,260 days. Talking about connection with the temple. And the Gentile tread underfoot on the Gentile for 42 months or 1,260 days. 1,260 days equally 1,260 years. Connection with the holy city, like it says in Daniel 9, and the sanctuary is where the first temple and second temple location there in Jerusalem. If you add that the Dome of the Rock was built in 688 AD, started to build, plus 1,260 years, it's bring up 1948, when the time Israel become a nation again. Alright? The other one in Daniel, this Revelation 11, 42 months equally 1,260 days. The same thing like the two witnesses shall prophesy 1,260 days or 42 months. If you add that 1,260 years plus 688 AD, that the Dome of the Rock start to build, bring up 1948 when Israel become a nation again. What I told you earlier about Daniel chapter 12, alright? The prophecy that year, alright, where 688 AD, that the Dome of the Rock was built, started to build, at that 1,290 years, equally 1978, when Israel make the peace deal with Arabs, with Jordan, Jordanian. The name that peace deal is Camp David Peace Deal, something like that, 1978. But when you add that 688 AD with 1,353 years, equally the year 2023. I think something happened with Israel and Jerusalem that the Antichrist will confirm that peace deal already made before. I think what I see. That peace deal will confirm it for a week, equally 7 days, is 7 years. 7 years tribulation. Or almost the same time or the same year that third temple will be built. That means in the year 2023. Alright? The year 2023, I explained you already. Jesus started ministry on the 26 AD. Okay? And Jesus Christ started ministry on 26 AD, when his ministry lasts for 3.5 years or almost 4 years. So he died on the cross on 30 AD, plus that 2,000 years for the church age, 2030, his second coming. And then minus 7 years in the year 2023, when that 7 years tribulation will begin. Okay, if you get it. So, alright, like I explained already, many rapture, dreams and vision mentioned about the Christmas season and Hanukkah too. I found it, not just Christmas season. I think Christmas season much more than Hanukkah. But if I see the time frame is close each other. The year 2022 compared the year 2024. Talking about Jesus Christ as a first fruit was resurrected on Sunday, the first day of the week. The same thing. The rapture, the first resurrection during the rapture event, and then the rapture for those who still alive, happened during the first day of the week too, on Sunday. Because there are other dreams and visions mentioned about the rapture happened during that Sunday church service. And talking about that, Jesus' second coming. Since that 7 years tribulation will begin around that springtime, somewhere around Passover feast, something like that. That's what I see. Sometime in the year 2023, when the Antichrist start to build that the temple and make covenant with Israel to confirm it, that peace deal, that when that first year, that the 7 years tribulation to begin. Because that all that peace deal thing with Israel and many nations accompanied by the Antichrist lasts for 7 years. So starting the year 2023, it's not right after the rapture by the end 2022 and then the tribulation. It's not like that. Alright? And Jesus' second coming. Right? Jesus' second coming appeared during that spring too. In the year 2030. It's not during Feast of Trumpet or what you call the other, the Feast of Trumpet, or you know I'm talking about. Most people believe that will happen during the Rosh Hashanah, that rapture day. No, I don't think so. More likely Hanukkah Feast. Hanukkah Feast when the time Jesus' conception inside his mother's womb, or the same time with that Christmas holiday, his first coming for his church. Alright? That's why very significant that Christmas and Hanukkah season as a rapture event. And Jesus' second coming also during the spring in the year 2030. Why? The reason? Because he mentioned, he prophesied for the end time when his second coming into Israel, and also the rapture, when the kingdom of Israel will be restored. Alright? Because kingdom of Israel will be restored during his millennial kingdom for 1,000 years. Here prophesied about end time, that on the Mount of Olives to Israel, close to the temple too, the last time the second temple. So he also mentioned before he was ascended to heaven, into heaven, he will come the same manner. Same manner everything. The same location, the same time frame. Like he was ascended into heaven. That during, I think the month of May, I bet. Because that Passover usually the end of March, earlier April. And then Passover lasts for 8 days, okay? He was buried, Jesus Christ, during unleavened bread festival. That during that Passover weeks for 8 days. And then the third day, he was resurrected on the first fruit feast. That, okay? On the first day of the week. So, he will come at the second coming, the same time when he was ascended. The same time frame. Of course, not the same year, The same time frame during that spring, or 40 days, because he was resurrected on the third day, and then 40 days later, he was ascended into the heaven. So 40 days after the last day of Passover feast. Passover feast usually the end of March or earlier April. Plus 40 days is about around May, or 10 days before Pentecost feast or Shavuot. Pentecost feast about 50th day, okay, after Passover, I think. So 10 days before Passover feast or his resurrection day, the 10 days before Passover feast, or the 40th day after the last day of the 8th day Passover feast. That's what I see. His second coming, and in the around that May 2030, his second coming, like he said, okay, and the book of Zechariah 14, I think verse 4, he will come, he will step his own feet on the Mount of Olives. And the book of Jude, I think, when I see, he will come with his army. His army is the rapture and resurrected saints. All right, it's not the angels. The rapture saints. That's why the rapture should happen before 7 years tribulation. And then his second coming will come with his armies, the resurrected and raptured saints, and he will come the same manner, like he said, promise to his disciples, to the Jews. His promise, he will come at the same manner, like he was ascended to heaven. He will come at his second coming, the same manner, as the same place, same time frame, like that, the same season. In his book Zechariah 14, mentioned he will step on his feet on the Mount of Olives. So not too far from that first and second temple location, and also the third temple location there, or right around the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. They're not too far from the Mount of Olives too. So he will be back at as his second coming, and the Mount of Olives. He will step his feet on the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem, Israel, the first location he will arrive at his second coming, because he mentioned again in Zechariah 14, as his promise, he will be back at the same manner, the same time frame. So his second coming, in the first time he be here in the earth, on the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem, Israel, and then 10 days before Pentecost days, or 40 days after the last days of Passover feast. So it's around that May, something like that. Alright, I hope you get the lesson from this prophetic event, and I show you already the proof, the biblical evidence, what will happen. This is what I see. It's very clear, okay? I connect together with many end times and dreams and vision about December 18, 7 days before the rapture day on December 25th. Because there are dreams and vision mention about something happened 7 days before the rapture. Kind of like war, bomb explosion, or what. that December 18. That's why that Hanukkah feast this year, December 18 to December 26, very significant. The one December 25th, the first day of Hanukkah in the year 2024, I don't think as significant this year. Alright, beside the year 2023, I explained you already, connected with the time when 7 years tribulation will begin, when the Antichrist will confirm it, that peace deal for 7 years. And the same year that the temple will be built, connection with that, the Dome of the Rock, where the location the first and second temple before in Jerusalem. Alright? Thanks for listening.